Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some books. I want to share with you some of the books that I hope to read this summer. So, as I'm filming, it's June 14th, and I haven't read anything in the month of June. So I think what I might do just for like the summer is just do a summer wrap-up at the end so I don't feel obligated to do a June wrap-up. So I'm gonna get started, I guess, with just like in no particular order. I just kind of picked the ones that were on my shelf that I need to read that like I felt like I could read this summer. Not saying that I won't read anything else, but just wanted to hold myself accountable for some books. So the first book is an ARC that I received from BookCon. Got it randomly, I think a year or two ago. I know it was last year. And that is Sofia Princess Among the Beasts by James Patterson with Emily Raymond. And it's like I think it's something James Patterson wrote a long time ago and then they ended up like redoing it. Something like that. But it's about this, I think it's about this princess who like lives in this kingdom that's just really like overrun with beasts. I'm not really sure. But like it just seems so interesting and I wanted to just read it. I almost considered giving it away a couple times just because I didn't know who was going to read it. But we're going to read it. Hold myself accountable this summer and read a book. The next book is a book that I had already started reading a couple of times. And I think I'm like 130 pages through. It's just like really tough to get through just because it's humongous and I don't know, not dense, it's just something like that, like where like it's historical. So, and that is Mary, Queen of Scots and the Isles by Margaret George. And this I bought 2 years ago, and I started reading it. I got to like 130 pages, and then I just forgot to pick it up and continue reading it because it's like huge. It's about 900 pages, so yeah, I want to try to finish it though because I love Mary, Queen of Scots. Just I love reading about historical people and it just makes me excited, I guess, to read about historical people. And I think once I get into this then maybe I'll like want to read other historical novels like this. But it is a fiction book, so it's not nonfiction, so like it's basically a story about Mary, Queen of Scots and everything. So the next book is a book that I've had on my shelf for about a couple of years, or maybe like 2 years, and that is The Storm Runner, and that's by J.C. Cervantes, and it's from Rick Riordan's like publishing spin-off called Rick Riordan Presents, and I'm not completely sure what it's about. I think it's about this boy who spends a lot of time near this volcano by his house, and then like some mysterious girl shows up at his house after like a plane crash. I don't really know, I'm just reading the inside flap. But I bought it because it's Rick Riordan Presents and I trust Rick with my life. So yeah, I trust him with my life. The next book is in conjunction with Rick Riordan, and that is, I want to finish my reread of the Lightning Thief series. So I'm literally on the last Olympian, and I literally have one book left, so I need to finish it. I mean, I know what happens, but like nostalgia really needs to like stop hitting me in the brain. Plus I'm like waiting for the Lightning Thief show coming on Disney Plus, so you bet your butt I'm gonna be looking out for that information that's coming out. I'm like super excited for it. Like, I just want there to be correct casting, correct everything. Like, I don't care if they have to make each episode like an hour and a half long to like fit in like information from the books. Like, I don't care, just do it. I'll sit down and watch an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of an episode. So I hope they do well. But anyway, I want to try to read this eventually. I think I might read this somewhat soon just because I'm really in my Percy Jackson fields right now, especially with my TikTok feed, and it's just basically Percy Jackson cosplayers. The next book is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. So I don't think I've read anything by Nicola Yoon. But this is basically about two teens, Natasha and Daniel, and I think Natasha's family is about to be deported, and Natasha and Daniel basically meet like one day, and then like they fall in love? I don't really know, but I assume so. But I'm not gonna assume anything. But I'm gonna try to read just because I have had this on my shelf for like a good year, and it just has been sitting there. And I really want to get through the majority of my TBR that I have on my shelf. But it also sounds like it would be something really good to read during the summer. The next book, I think I already, no, I didn't start. I'm just lazy. The next book is the ending to a trilogy that I am slowly reading, and that is The Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. It's the last book in the Shades of Magic trilogy, I think. Again, I just want to finish the series. There are some series that I know that I just want to finish and just don't really like get it, get the hype, I guess. I don't know, this is one of the series where I don't really get the hype, but I really do want to try and finish this series. Like, I love Kel and I love Lila, but like, I just get so like lost in like the minute things that it's just like I get confused. So, we're gonna see if I remember anything that happened from the last book, and then go from here. The next book is actually a book that actually kind of reminds me of summer because it reminds me of BookCon, it reminds me of my friend Jen, and that is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Madsen. So I want to read this because it looks like it's got a summery vibe, even though the synopsis is basically like her friend goes missing, the main character's friend goes missing, and then she wants to complete this bucket list that her friend kind of left because her and her friend wanted to do these things, and yeah. This is like the last Morgan Madsen book that I really want to read, or at least have like the motivation to read. I know there's more, but this is the last one I own that I have to read, so I want to really get through it like really fast. Alright, and the last book is part of a series that I've been reading for a couple months now, I think since quarantine started, and I've really been loving it. It's brought me out of reading slumps so many times, and it really does hold a special place in my heart to the point where it's going to go on my favorite books shelf once I finish the last book in the series. But that is Five Dark Days by Kendra Blake, and this is the 5th book in the Three Dark Crowns series. I guess that's what it's called. But if you guys haven't heard, I love this series. It's the best. And it's just really interesting to see how each book goes. Like, the last book I basically finished was Two Dark Reigns, and it was, the ending really like kind of surprised me, but also like I kind of hated it at the same time, because there's just like a thing that happened and we're just like, why did this person like do this? But you know, I'm not gonna spoil because it was the 3rd book and literally on to the last one. But anyway, I'm gonna plan to start this first just because I already have a bookmark in it, and I attempted to start it a couple of times and I don't have the motivation to do anything. But I'm gonna try to read these books this summer, and I'll probably do a summer wrap-up because I don't feel like doing monthly wrap-ups anymore, because once you read no books every month it just gets really old. So we're not doing that anymore, at least for the time being. After summer, maybe I'll do like end of month wrap-ups, but like I just don't feel the need to do it this summer just because I don't have anything really like stopping me. And God forbid if I read all of these books this summer, then I can finish my TBR. And I have a crap ton of books on my TBR that should be finished, and I might just pick up other random books. So yeah, so that was my TBR for the summer, I guess you could say. So I plan to be a little more active on this channel, like a little more active than I've been, but it's just been kind of tough because, you know, I'm not in the headspace for booktube at the moment. I've been distant from books and writing and everything. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye!